Jack, just 1 Foxtrot Tango, supporting the south. Let's go.
If I can. Maybe I'll close this.
Alright, and then I want you to hit the checklist. And take the little knob to the right. Ride until this fuel flow stabilizes about 3 seconds. Good. Clear prep. All around you, which should help you with the throttle.
All right, so check this out. Nice job checking your controls.
John Toon, Sierra 7 Lima Kilo, taxiing from hangar to runway 20. John Toon.
Perfect. All right, I'm releasing the brakes. You got it.
Oh, there's another Cirrus coming in.
Yeah, Skyhawk
Okay.
63 down for right downwind, runway 20, John Toon.
We have a Cirrus coming out over there.
I know.
John Toon traffic, light 460 Lima, right base.
I want you to pay attention. I want that solid line right between me and you. Nice job.
Runway 20 for departure.
That's really nice, just walking right there.
Yeah, you're doing everything. I'm not helping you.
Alright, I'll do a 360 and give you guys room. I'll be number 2 behind y'all. Oh, we see you. We'll pull in behind you. You take the downwind. Roger that. John Toon traffic, Skyhawk 49 or 43 Deltas, established right downwind, runway 20, John Toon.
Okay, get that line between me and you. You're going to hit the grass. There you go. All right, now we're going to turn right up here. So look, make sure there's no planes we're going to intersect with. And then we're going to stay on the line. A little bit more right, top of the right. And we have to push up the power a little bit so we don't come to a stop because we're going uphill.
John Toon traffic, Skyhawk 49 or 43 Deltas, right base to final, runway 20, John Toon.
And I find the guy, like I see that guy turning base right now.
20, John Toon.
So I'm building a mental picture of everybody that's flying around me so I know it's safe to take off. There you go, right about there, that's perfect. I'll try to keep that picture. I want you to memorize where the horizon is right now and what this plane looks like on the ground, because we're going to flare just a tad, just a hair above this. All right, and through a bunch of practice, you'll start to memorize. You'll start to really see that.
John Toon traffic, light 4.
He's doing all the taxiing himself, David. I really have not touched the pedals.
It's pretty good.
I'm guarding them, but I'm not touching them. Dave, we're going plenty fast enough, so reduce your power. Bring it back. There you go. What that does is we don't have to ride, we don't need so much brake pressure, we don't have to overheat them and wear out the brakes.
John Toon traffic, Skyhawk 630 Tango Charlie taking the active 20 for departure to the northwest. Hey guys, we just popped a nose wheel up here on 20. We're going to make a U-turn. We're actually just going to stop, get out, push it back out of y'all's way. I see the Challenger coming in.
Oh, I can see.
That guy here.
Yeah, he does have a flat nose wheel.
Guys on the runway?
Oh, yeah, that's real bad.
Unclear, possibly.
I'm going to turn around. We'll go to the intersection.
Oh, the...
Whoa, no, we're not.
No, we're not. That Bombardier is right there. Well, that sure is a nice plane.
So Actually, they're gonna maybe they'll go.
Oh my
I don't know if they're
God.
gonna go in the grass or what. I don't know how that guy's gonna get.
Videotape that.
No, just let me get this checklist done so we can get out of here. I'm gonna do the run up. Pay attention. 1700 boost pumps on. Follow me along. Flaps are gonna go to 50. We'll load up the electrical system. Make sure that's good.
Johnson traffic lights forward 60 Lima is turning right base 20 Johnson.
I highly doubt that Bombardier will get past.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna do it. So we got somebody turn right base, did we say?
Right base, yeah.
Where?
Right in front of you at your 2 o'clock high.
Yeah, there.
Hey, I see.
Alright. John 2, Sierra 7 Lima Kilo, taking runway 20, departing the pattern to the west. John 2. Alright, we're gonna go out about 2,500 feet. Okay, you have the controls. Down there. Okay, your feet are going to drop down to the bottom of the pedals. Don't touch the top of them. There you go. And push up the power. Okay, use the bottom of the pedals to stay on the center line. I'll help you out.
Johnson traffic lights forward.
When you see 70 knots, 75 knots, I want you to pull back on the stick. There's 65. There's 75. Now pull back. Good job. Look outside. All right, just go to about 7.5 to 10 degrees, right about there. And let's wait until our speed gets above 90. Okay, bring your flaps up.
Traffic, 7 o'clock, same altitude,
Now keep it
0
climbing about
miles.
7.5. Please pay attention, Damon. 7.5 to 10 degrees nose high, right there. Just like a video game. Keep the yellow between 7.5 and 10, right there.
Junior, come out of here, 975 Pop Whiskey.
Keep your heading, 200. Now at 1,100 feet, what are you supposed to tell me?
Caps eligible.
Okay. I want you to turn right to a heading of 270. We're going to climb up to 2,500 as long as that keeps us out of the clouds. John 2, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, departing the pattern to the west. Last call, John 2.
Johnson traffic lights forward 60 Lima is departing runway 20 Johnson right close traffic.
Yeah, it's too high. We're going to go down to 2,000 feet. So lower your nose. Gentle, gentle, gentle.
Should I bring back the power
Yeah,
a
let's
little?
bring the power back to about 75% power. Let's use 25 to 30 degrees of bank. There's so much right between those two. Now when you add bank, the plane's going to want to sink because your lift is pointing off to the side, so you always need a little bit of backstick pressure if you want it to stay level during a turn. That makes sense? Because here's your lift vector in an airplane. When you go off in a turn like this, it kind of goes off to the side. So if you want to stay level, you need some backstick pressure. So on this next turn, we're going to turn 180 degrees. So we're going to turn completely around, and I don't want your altitude to vary. The trick here is you're going to see that you're going to keep that line in the middle of the green. All right, I'm going to set your heading bug back here to the left to the 090. Look out, make sure there's nobody there. Now during this turn, I want you to freeze the horizon in the middle of that green circle. Nope, it's below. I want it up here. Right there, right there. Right there. See how we did that? That's all you. Concentrate, it's below. Come on, you can play video games better than this. Paul, there, right there. And yeah, if you're 100 feet low, you just put the horizon a little bit below you, and you'll correct your altitude. You're gonna roll out at 090 2000. Gentle, and keep the horizon on in the middle there so you don't sink. Now, the stuff I'm teaching you is just for like flying around, maybe during the traffic pattern. We are not going to be staring at this screen during takeoff or landing. Is that clear? We're going to be looking outside, okay?
Should we make any traffic calls to the tower?
Well, there's no tower at John Tune, but yeah, you're right. We definitely will. Go a little bit to the right. Get that blue thing as your vector. That's where your energy is going. You want that blue thing on top of the field.
John Tune traffic, flight sport 60 Air Lima, short final 20, touch and go, John Tune.
All right, so we have a female pilot on short final 20. Hopefully we can sneak into the downwind before she turns crosswind downwind. We'll see. What does that negative number mean to you?
How fast you're descending?
And do we want to descend right now?
No.
All right, so fix it. John Tune, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, 5 mile 45, runway 20, John Tune.
John Tune traffic, flight sport 60 Air Lima, departing runway 20, John Tune, right close traffic.
All right, she's staying in the pattern, so it could be a little bit of a conflict. We'll watch out for her. For 5 miles out, there's no obstacles between us. We're going to go down to pattern altitude, which is 1,500 feet. So just gently, now you can let it seems like it's trimmed up at 500 feet per minute descent, so just let it come down. Get that blue line on top of the field, Damon. You're angling in, so you want to come over here a little bit. The winds, you're in a moving air mass, and the winds are blowing out of the south. They're pushing you that way. There you go. Let it come down to 1,500 feet. So your goal now is to come in on a 45-degree intercept towards the runway at 1,500 feet.
Should we start our turn yet?
Now, when we get over these jails, you see those two jails? Just prior to those, we'll turn downwind. John Tune, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, entering the downwind from the 45, runway 20, John Tune. See, yep, disregard. And 45 will re-enter behind the LSA on the downwind, 20, John Tune.
I think you'll probably be
Altitude.
fine. John Tune traffic light. We're going to keep it short. Light sport 60 Lima, right.
We have to do a 360 and come back in because there was a small airplane on the downwind beside us, and we couldn't have done our normal pattern. So keep it coming around. There you go. As we're turning, we're pulling back on the stick so it doesn't sink on us because we can't get any lower. John Tune, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, re-entering the downwind from the 45, runway 20, John Tune.
John Tune traffic, light sport.
Come in like this at 1,500 feet.
Now on the touch and go, 20, John Tune.
Keep it coming. And now parallel, you see the runway out there, right? See the runway? All right, so parallel it, your heading should be about 020 or so.
Watch your altitude.
It's fine. Oh, it's $5. Thank
Altitude.
you. Thanks for the money. All right, we got $2.50 each, Damon. Now, quickly look outside. You see how we're abeam the end? So we're going to pull our power back to about 25%. There you go. And you're going to put your flaps to 50. We're just going to go straight. Our minimum speed here is 100.
Altitude.
Now, you want minus 500. You want to push on the stick a little bit. You want minus 500 feet because we're landing. So this time we want to start down. Now keep looking out over your shoulder here until you perceive you're 45 degrees away. I would say right about now. If you hear the stall going off, don't worry because these antennas are causing it here.
Stall.
Okay? So we'll check our airspeed and ignore that.
Stall.
It's just a known problem with these antennas. Keep your turn coming. Keep looking at the runway until we're 90 degrees. We look like a T or an L. Our minimum speed's 90, that's looking awesome. So go to full flaps. Now go straight until you think it's time to turn to roll straight out on final.
Alright.
Our minimum speed's 90, so lower your nose a bit. I would recommend starting your turn now.
500.
Gentle. There you go, you're doing it all yourself. Get this plane perfectly lined up with the runway. John Tune, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, turning final, runway 20. We'll be Full
Stall.
stop, taxi back.
Stall.
John 2.
Stall.
I went perfectly
Stall.
lined up.
Light
So,
460 Lima,
There
right
you
downwind, runway 20.
so your glide path looks good. You still have lights on the left. You got 2 red and 2 white. That's perfect. Red over white, all right. If they're all red, you're too low. If they're all white, you're too high.
Can I reduce the power?
Nope, just leave it alone. It's perfect. See how your airspeed's about 80, 85? Now just hit those numbers. Just do whatever it takes to hit right between the 2 and the 0. Now you're coming in short. You have to pull up a little bit. You want the energy. Where is this plane going to hit? Right between the numbers 2 and 0 at 85 knots. There you go. You're doing it. All right. Landing is assured. It's going to pull your power to idle. Now look at the end of the runway. Don't pull back until I tell you. Now pull back. Let it come down. Pull back a little more. That was all you. All right. Now we use our feet right now to steer, gentle. This plane's being towed back, so we're going to have to change this to a touch and go controls. I'm going to take off because I can't taxi back. There's a plane being towed. I was going to taxi back, but I realized I could because that plane's being towed. And I didn't brief a touch and go, so.
Can I tell the other planes?
Yeah, John 2, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, touch and go, runway 20. Stay in the pattern, John 2. I'm going to get you set up on downwind. You're going to do that one more time, okay? You guys, that was him. Give me 5. That was freaking awesome.
That was a horrible high five, but.
Oh, give it here. There you go. Keep looking at the runway. The more you look at the runway, the better your landings are going to be. So it's outside, inside, outside, inside. Pull back on the stick. You're 100 feet low. Straighten it out. You're going to beam the end. Power comes back to about 25%, please. That's good. A little bit more. Just a tad more. Now we're going to let the nose come down. That's good. Flaps go to 50. Keep looking at the runway. Keep going straight. Don't turn yet. You have to wait until that runway gets about 45 degrees behind you. And you don't want to climb. You want to let the plane come down about 500 feet per minute. So you want that little thing to say about minus 500. When you perceive you're 45 degrees away, which is now, look outside, buddy. Turn 90 degrees to the right.
John 2 traffic, light 460 Lima, right downwind, runway 20, full stop, John 2.
Now notice you're 500 feet per minute and about 90 knots, looking really nice. Hand on the throttle, hand on the throttle. All right, flaps go to full. Minimum speed 90, got you 86, so what would we do? Oh, $5 more. We got $5 each. No, your 90 is your minimum. You're too slow. So you either have to lower your nose or add power. That's the only way to go faster, right? I think you started this turn a little early. You're going to come in crooked.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stall.
Don't worry about that. You got, your airspeed looks good. Gear, full flaps, mixture's good. So no, you're good. Now we're going to look for 2 red, 2 white, between 80 and 85 knots.
Stall.
But mostly, those are the antennas. Don't worry about that.
Stall. Stall.
Nice job. All right, red over white looks good. Speed's a little high, so I'm going to reduce your power a little bit. Hand on the throttle, hand on the throttle. Little high, so lower your nose slightly. There you go.
John 2 traffic, light
Aim
460
point,
Lima,
airspeed.
right base,
Look
runway
where you're
20,
going,
full stop,
airspeed.
landing long, John 2.
Looking for 80, 85. You're doing this all yourself. Nice. All right, landing is assured. Idle. Idle. Look at the end of the runway and pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. All right, with a little left rudder. Whoa, 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 gentle. Remember, real gentle on the controls. But do one more and then we'll be done? One more? flaps are at 50, everything's set. Push up the power and take off. Use the bottom of the pedals, bottom of the right pedal. You're looking for 75 knots. There's 75, pull back.
Some awkward reason I just tried to use the ailerons at first. I'm like, oh.
Alright. Above 90, flaps go to 50.
Johnson traffic.
Traffic, 8
you're
o'clock,
right.
same altitude, 0
Keep the
miles.
tip of that airplane between 7.5 and 10. A little bit to the right, you're drifting to the left. Yeah, this is a big engine. It's 310 horsepower, where a lot of the training airplanes are only like 100, 120 or something. And because of the bigger engine, when we push up the power, we need a lot of right rudders, the bottom of the right pedal. It's just the nature of flying this airplane. All right, what's your call out to me?
Caps eligible.
All right, you can start your turn. Turn 90 degrees to the right and level off at 1500. There's 1500, power comes back to 40, but way back to about 40%. And then find those jails out there and kind of fly just to the left side of those white buildings, the jail.
Are those really prisons?
Those are prisons, maximum security prisons. Where you do not want to be.
I'm still wondering why they put an airport next to it.
All right, so what's your goal here? Your goal is to be at 1,500 feet, doing an excellent job at that, and to be no slower than 100 knots. 100, 120 is looking good. John Team, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, downwind 20, full stop, John Team. This will be a full stop land. We'll taxi back. We'll be done for the day. All right, straighten out your wings. You don't want to get too close. Just parallel the runway, because the wind can move you in and out. You want to look at this and try to do whatever it takes to keep this distance the same. And at 1,500, I see minus 300 feet. So you got to pull back and trim back, maybe.
Got the plane off.
Yep, you're getting in a little close. So turn a couple degrees to the left, please.
John 10 traffic. Light Sport 60 Lima. Clear of runway 20 at the end. Taxiing via Romeo 2 to the T hangars. John 10.
You got the Cessna off of the...
Yeah, it looks like this jet's about to take off. We might have to extend a little bit.
Oh, that's the Dassault Falcon 100.
Possibly. Okay, power comes back to about 20, 25. Flaps go to 50.
Altitude.
Lower your nose, get about 500 feet per minute down.
Tune traffic 340 Alpha Delta, 4.5 mile final, runway 20.
Okay, we have to get out of here and let the straight in land. I have the aircraft.
Stall.
We're gonna go around and come back in. What's going on here is I have my controls. We have a jet about to take off and a guy doing a straight in. It's just gonna get really ugly. So we're gonna come back out and come in on a 45. And Jet Team 7, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo is departing the downwind 20 to re-enter on a 45 20. Let the jet take off and let the straight in get in. John 2. Team traffic, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo on a 3 mile or 2 mile 45, runway 20, John 2.
Tune traffic, Falcon 180 Kilo, departed runway 20, departing to the east.
All right, so notice we're on a kind of a 45-degree intercept towards the runway. We're at 1,500 feet. We got somebody on short final, and the Falcon got out of here. So we're going to turn to downwind, parallel the runway. All right, the plane's about to land, so good. Your controls, Damon?
My controls?
Yep, hold it at 1,500 feet and keep looking at the runway. When you get a beam the in, I want you to do those action items that I told you about before. Okay, your beam. The first one was power, comes back to 25. Okay, what was the second one? Yep, and then the third one. Lower your nose, that should be -5, minus 500 feet. Don't turn until you perceive you're about, don't turn until you perceive you're 45 degrees away. So you have to look over like this.
Stall. Stall.
Look at your airspeed, make sure
Altitude.
just the antennas, that's fine. Alright, now it looks like you're 45 degrees away. Turn until you're perpendicular and we'll honor your minimum speed. Do not let that speed get below 90. There's two ways to go faster. Point the nose down or add power.
Ooh, a bit too much.
That's good, that's okay. Jet 2, center is 7 Lima Kilo, right base, 20 full stop, Jet 2. Alright, what's your next thing to do?
Full flips.
There you go, leave the power alone. Quit messing with the power. Why are we turning right now?
Tune traffic,
Stall.
340 Alpha Delta
Stall.
vacated 20.
Remember, start that turn so that when you roll out, you're lined up on the runway. You were just kind of doing it through instinct or something.
500.
What's our minimum speed on final?
80.
80. I got a 79.
Stall.
You have 4
Stall.
white lights,
Stall.
so you might be able to just lower the
Stall.
nose a little bit.
Stall.
That'll get your airspeed up. There you go. Nice. You're doing this all by yourself. Got you 2 knots slow. So if I say you're slow, do something to fix it. There you go. Either lower your nose or add power. Nice job. Aim point, airspeed. Aim point, airspeed. Hit those numbers, 80 to 85 knots. Hit the numbers, 80 to 85. Hit those numbers, hit them. Don't go above them, hit them. Alright. Don't flare high. You gotta get down here, now start your flare.
Stall.
Got a little left rudder to get back on the center line, so we're on the ground now, we use the rudders. Now gently press the top of the pedals, gently. Gently, Damon. That slows the plane down. Why aren't we on the center line? You want that center line right between me and you. Right there, Damon. When you're over controlling, gentle. There you go. And we'll turn off just past the 2. Come on, stay on the center line. Don't over control, just gentle. There you go, perfect. Concentrate, quit looking to the left. We don't care about anything out to the left. All we care about is making this turn by the Alpha 2. Alright, slow down with the top of the pedals. Slow down, slow down.
450 Alpha Juliet, go ahead.
Now left. Stay on this line, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. Oh yeah. Don't hit the grass. Alright. John 2, Sirius 7 Lima Kilo, off runway 20, taxi back to the hangars, John 2. Alright, my controls.
Your controls.
Take a break, shake your hands out, relax. That was awesome, man. That boost pumps off, that goes all the way back. Then all your switches start from the right and go that way.